done to anybody in my life to deserve this. Assalamu alaikum. Rhoda here to remind you that every time you lie to somebody, you're taking away their choice. You're taking away the ability for them to make a decision that's good for themselves. And that's why I always lie to the people of the global minority and men.
There are a lot of scary individuals in this world that many of us fall prey to. Ones that rob, steal, cheat, murder, assault. However, there are, what I would argue, equally as dangerous people out there who lie about terrible, heinous things, such as violent crimes, specifically a violent crime against a woman. There are a lot of people in society who just downplay the severity of violence against women, and when they see somebody come forward and we later find out that it's a false allegation, all those people who made a false allegation have now just fed into the bias that these people have. The bias that violence against women isn't really as serious of a topic as it is. Violence against women is a serious issue, equal to violence against men. It's something that needs to be taken seriously, and social media is a great way for victims to connect with each other, to share their stories, but it's also been a great way for women to use this as a way to lie and manipulate at the expense of victims who need to be taken seriously, who need to be believed, and at the expense of the men around them. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm fairly certain that I could be sued, but this is a chance I'm willing to take, considering this woman is what I believe to be scamming thousands of dollars out of people, and she's doing this off of the basis of we must believe women. She has thrown black men under the bus and put them as the target for media to fire at. Now, to understand why I feel like this woman is full of shit, take a short trip with me 3.5 years ago to when I believe her scam spree started. Hello, Lucy. June 2020. Thanks in advance to all. I really hope you can take the time to read my cause/project. I'm determined reach this goal, as this work is deeply personal and important to me. Unless my money is going to sticking you right back into high school so you can get some grammar lessons, not gonna happen. Either way, she asked for money. 29 people donated. I can't really see the exact amount donated because this person's watermark is over it, and I can't even read the watermark, so. But she was asking for $2,000 and made it just roughly over half. Now let's fast forward a few months later in 2020 and pay attention to her cheeks here, because it's gonna be important later.
You grew up and they mad because you trying to fucking beat somebody. They mad because you trying to beat somebody. I'm trying to be a doctor and they mad. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me for no reason. They gonna beat me up. I'm 30 years old, they gonna beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up. Grown ass niggas try to beat me up for no reason. Look at me. I'm not a bad person. Y'all know that. Y'all know I'm a good person. And they try to do this to me. Guess what? It's up and down for a real nigga. But you gonna be a...
Shortly after she posted that video to social media, it garnered some attention and her friend made her a GoFundMe. Here she garnered almost $5,000. Now, just a short 2 years later, she's back on social media, subtly-ish, not so subtly, asking for money, claiming she's been victimized by, can you guess? There's a theme here. By a random group of men. I got attacked and maced by men, fell down an escalator, injured my back, my toenail popped off, my tooth was chipped, my bank account was hacked, my friend of 12 years betrayed me. We're actually gonna meet this best friend, coming up shortly in this video. Precious items were stolen during a move, diagnosed with pre-diabetes. Is that a diagnosis, or does the doctor just say, hey, if you don't slow it down, you're at risk for getting diabetes? Irritable bowel syndrome flared up, severe panic attacks. Now that the feel sorry for me part is over, here she just gets to the point. This is what she actually wants. It's my son's birthday this weekend. I have exams the following weekend. I'm still settling into a place and I have no funding for the entire summer. I'm asking for those who love me to send out prayers and good energy, please, and money. March of this year, here she is recounting how she was victimized some more at the hands of white women, men, I mean, it's all in there. Here she is blasting a white woman for apparently committing violence against her. Now we fast forward to now. I want you guys to take a look at this.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick and all these black men just watch and they don't give a Yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock and it hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch.
What you
Y'all
want to
see
do?
that?
What you
Y'all
want to
see
do? What you want to do?
What do y'all want to do? I want y'all to be a man.
Hey, my God.
I want y'all to be a man. Do something. Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face. Yo.
After she posted that video and it garnered a bunch of attention, her friend made another GoFundMe. She garnered almost $50,000, shut down all her social media, and hasn't responded since. Now, a lot of people are leaning to believe her because she recorded these gentlemen right here in the background. Well, shortly after that incident, these guys actually took a video giving their own story.
We were coming from the gas station.
We just came from the gas station, right? And she was talking about she got hit with a brick, you know what I mean?
And then we was asking.
So we just like,
What
what
hit?
just
What
happened,
it do?
bro?
Hit
Who
you?
just hit you with a brick? She talking about a guy in a
Took
suit.
off.
So what happened? We just don't know what happened. I think they had like a argument or something like that. We just don't know.
Before
you know?
that, she was trying to fight with another.
Yeah, she was trying to fight with another girl right there before she.
Now let's reference that to her video and what she claimed happened.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a. Yeah,
We wasn't here. Did you hear that in the background? Those are very clearly the same guys. They look confused. They look lost. They're being recorded now. She's stating that everybody stood there and watched. I want to point out a video that was leaked of her earlier that night.
Don't you ever fuck with me on the ever again.
Same outfit. A lot of people are even using that video as evidence to say that she did get hit with a brick because she was out provoking people. But remember when I said that we were about to meet her best friend? Well, the best friend claims that she's known Rhoda for 13 years and in fact spoke to her about this incident, and she got an entirely different story.
First saw the video, I just went again. And not again like, you know, oh, something bad happened to her. I'm like, she doing this again? Again?
Yes. What did she say happened that night, and what actually happened that night?
She basically said she was beat up by 4 black security guards. Okay. And she ended up getting dragged by black females.
So this best friend is saying first she said she was drugged by 4 security guards, then she got beat up by black girls. But she told all of us and everybody there that a man in a suit hit her in the face with a brick because she wouldn't give him her number, and then he jumped in a car and sped away. Now, this group of people have been doing an amazing job investigating this. One lady involved actually spoke to the manager of the club that she was at.
So you said nobody got hit with a brick?
Not my place. Never ever happened. I was there all day, all time. Never. And I'm pretty sure the security was outside all the time. Nothing like that.
The security was outside?
Yes, all the time.
Okay, so what do we have here? We have a pattern of her being victimized, asking for money, not showing a whole lot of proof, if any, and not filing any police reports. Ex-best friend said that she heard a different story. The manager says, I was there all day. No, that didn't happen. These two guys seeming to be very genuine, but I know a lot of you who are familiar with the case are about to reference this fucking asshole. This guy who claims he was there, he saw it happen, and went on the internet spouting as to why he wouldn't stand up for women, basically giving feminists, women everywhere, fuel to take his video and show the world, look, men don't respect us, men don't give a fuck about us. Take a look at what he claims he saw.
She wants attention. She's an attention seeker woman. She's trying to go viral, and you guys have given her what she wanted. Yes, she did get hit by a brick. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I was standing by doing nothing. And if that shit happened again in the same circumstances, I will watch.
So those of you that are familiar with this guy and are going to reference this guy to say to me, no, Chloe, obviously this happened, here's the witness. How come he switched up his story here?
Protect her, but nobody ever questioned her whatsoever. The same energy you had when you were defending her, when you were out there advocating for her without asking any questions. How come you didn't ask? Where's the proof? Where's the brick that he hit you with? Where's the police?
No, man, like this whole situation, it wasn't even about a number. You gotta realize it was late at night. Everybody's drinking, having fun. Like I said, like she likes playing pranks on people, trying to get a rise out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what she does. And for example, like even like my Ethiopian friends who I was there with knows, like especially like she's really she's a big advocate for the LGBT community, which I think is really great. but she tried to sometimes, especially in her community, what I've seen firsthand, she trying to provoke people with that because
Which one is it? Did you see it? Did you not see it? Are you a witness, which adds to the evidence that something happened? Are you not a witness? I'm just confused. But none of that is really important because his ex-girlfriend came out with literal fucking receipts to prove that he wasn't there. This guy not only lives in a completely different city, but the night this video was posted online, he was 6 miles away from his ex-girlfriend, who conveniently also in Nashville. This guy's not credible. I don't even think this guy truly knows what her motive was. Everything this guy said was bullshit. So again, we're back to absolutely no evidence that it happened, except for this big fucking contusion on her face that she probably didn't just do to herself in some violent way. Which I need to point out, there is a nurse that has come forward that claims that she was at the clinic that this woman was at the night that she, filmed this video.
I've done to anybody in my life to deserve this.
Oh my God, how did that get in there? All right, well, a nurse who was apparently there at that clinic says that it wasn't anything nefarious. She asked to have saline removed from her cheek. Personally, I'm not buying this. I don't think that this is the actual nurse. Have any of you heard of HIPAA? Yeah, confidentiality. Anybody who works in healthcare, mental health field, they are sworn to confidentiality and you cannot break that. If you break that, that is like punishable by fine. You lose your license. You're never allowed to work in a field where confidentiality is a requirement ever again. What is reliable? Maybe the police would be a little more reliable? Well, one of the people who was originally investigating all of this actually called the police department and this is what they said.
What I'm confused about is why you guys are not reporting it. I mean, shouldn't we be looking for an assailant? Is he black? Is he white? Is he tall? Is he skinny? That should be something you're releasing to the public to warn other women. I mean, what about that part?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, of course. I agree with that.
With all those people out there in Houston, are you telling me that you guys haven't received any calls about someone being assaulted? Can't you tell me that much?
No, ma'am. This is the first time I'm actually hearing about that. I don't have social media, so I don't really keep up what's going on with the social media.
No, I understand that, but if this happened in public and a bunch of people called you guys, you would be able to tell me that, yes, we received a lot of calls about the incident, it's being investigated. You would be able to tell me that much, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if she made a report, then yeah, it would be investigated.
So I bring into question, if this happened, if so many people saw it, nobody called the police, there were no police reports made. So here's what I actually think happened. One of two scenarios. Number one, she got beat up by a group of girls, and instead of claiming them as the perpetrators because she has a feminist motive, she lied and said that a man did it.
Before she was trying to fight with another.
Yeah, she was trying to fight with another girl right there.
She ended up getting dragged by black females.
If that's the case, that would be really fucked up. You're gonna avoid holding the women who hurt you accountable just so that you can paint a narrative that you are a woman victimized by a man and more men who did nothing? I don't want to believe that that's the case. Here's what I actually think happened. You'll notice in this video from over a year ago, take a look at her cheeks. Just take a look at it. Take a look at the definitions, the shapes of it, X, Y, Z. Now take a look to this video that was filmed before she got hit in the face with a brick, but after the video in which I just showed you screenshots from. Am I crazy? Did her cheeks change definition? I would even like to point out in this video, her one cheek looks the exact same as her cheek where she said that she got assaulted back in 2020 and garnered nearly $5,000 for this. I believe that this woman knew that she was going to be out filming that night, went, got her cheeks filled, which would explain why here in this video of her bitch slapping a man, her cheeks look plump, but they're not swollen. That night on her Instagram story, she posted a video in which she was wearing a ski mask. Same outfit, it's her. Now, why would she be wearing a ski mask in the club? Isn't that a little strange? I believe that she went into a hot, sweaty club, drank a bunch of alcohol, started to get a bad reaction. I don't know where she got this ski mask from, but she put it on to cover her face and then went outside to stage an incident. It's actually very ill-advised to drink alcohol shortly after getting injections. The reason for this is because this is what it looks like. This woman got her cheeks filled, recorded content, went to the club, got drunk, sweat a shit ton, had a bad reaction on one side of her face, way more severe than the other. She attempted to pick a fight with people outside, and when she saw her opportunity, when nobody was around, she took that perfect opportunity to pull off her mask, reveal the contusion on her face, and blame some mysterious man in a tuxedo wielding bricks that later hopped in a car. Case closed. That sounds so stupid, but think about it. After she posted that video and it gained traction, what did she do? She took down her TikTok, privatized her Instagram, has not shown her face publicly ever since. Interestingly enough, I just checked back this morning after I recorded that, and she's unprivatized her Instagram. However, she's removed all posts relating to this incident, given no update to her face still. Garnered $50,000 almost in the span of 6 days, has given absolutely no updates. I think that this woman has a history of attempting insurance fraud. I think she would have attempted to have sued the club if it weren't for the fact that her video blew up online and she garnered all of these donations. This white woman that she accused of committing violent acts against her, she was probably trying to commit some sort of insurance fraud. Long story short, no matter what you believe happened, all of these media outlets that just wrote article after article on her really didn't do a whole lot of research, and that's kind of their job as journalists, isn't it? There are some very obvious red flags here, from the location of the witness, to her criminal record, to her public history of pulling these types of shenanigans before. These are things that took me only a day to uncover and research. Me and my team, of course. Shout out to you guys. Because there's this rhetoric where we have to believe women and we can't question them, even if it's like respectfully, even if it's like before we donate money, it's opened the door for women to create these types of hoaxes. And you know, guys, I'm taking a big risk here by making this public that I think she's lying. I'm risking completely discrediting somebody's potential trauma. I'm risking getting sued. I'm risking a lot here, but at the end of the day, my biggest point here is that social media can be an amazing place for people to come forward and feel heard, get support, whether it's financial, whether it's social, especially victims. It's a great place for them to just feel supported by a community. But we must find the contrast between women are always lying and we must always believe women. There's an in-between somewhere. Like, does the person coming forward have a history of reporting these types of things with little to no evidence, all for what would appear to be financial gain? Has this person suddenly disappeared off their social media, never given an update, never shown their face again, but taken all of this money? Look, at the end of the day, this woman clearly loves money. So if I'm wrong, she will come after me and sue me. And in order for her to properly sue me, I have to be wrong. Which I would bet my left titty that I'm not. I think it's really important that we support victims and we support women and men who come forward looking to social media for support, whether it be financial or just community support. But I also think the publications and their writers and publicists should do a better job of vetting these stories rather than being so quick to just use manipulative, toxic women as their poster child for what women go through. Because what the majority of you may have actually ended up doing was proving men's rights advocates' points, which is that there are spaces in social media and in society for false allegations to be made, for women to get away with it, for women to profit off of it, and for men's lives to be tarnished. There is a balance between supporting victims and having healthy skepticism, doing it respectfully and making yourself seem like an asshole. I would never want to be in the position where I could potentially be making a victim feel like they're not valid. I don't ever want to be in that position. But at the end of the day, in this scenario, I'm willing to take that risk because I feel like we're all being scammed for thousands and thousands of dollars. And I think there's an important lesson here for publicists, for authors, for journalists, for YouTubers like myself, to maybe do a little bit more research before we automatically pick sides with somebody. That goes for men and women. I've sure learned my lesson here. Let me know what you guys think. Am I right? Am I crazy? Do I deserve to be canceled? Please let me know. Thank you.